Right, there we go. Let's turn that down a little bit. Hello, hello, welcome back. Oh God, it's been it's been too long. It actually has been too long. Oh God, holy shit. What do I do? Who are you people? What is this game? Yes, fucking Cold Waters. I really don't know. When did the Twitch interface change? Fucking, it's... I don't like it. It's terrible. Trilf, thank you very much there for the Twitch Prime sub. Thank you very much for 11 months now. Holy shit. Also, thank you to Saru for dropping some bits. And Vimbo as well. I've chosen this perfect opportunity to just have a massive drink of water, which means I now need a piss. I'll literally be 2 seconds. Professional streamer, folks. Okay, so perfect. Let me get myself wrapped up in my blanket here. Oh dear, it's actually quite cold here in the UK at the moment. It's like somebody's lifted a bin lid off a compost heap. It's like all the heat's escaped. Ooh. Lovely. Right, there we go. Some quality content. I'm all snug as a bug. That's right, I literally am wrapped up in a blanket. Right then, ooh, let's play some Cold Waters. Let's see here. So, I did actually refresh my game cache thing. Thank you very much there for Jive Crayfish. Oh God, I've got terrible indigestion. I've just eaten like more Chinese than any man reasonably should. Yeah, thank you very much to Saru again for the 100 bits, just reading through chat there. This is not the kind of stream I'm here for. I apologise beforehand. It is the stream you're here for, let's be real. Let's be real here. So there's nobody comes here for the games, or at least that's what I assume. I mean, I don't. Otherwise, why are you here at all? Like, literally, fucking. Anyway, Lapis, thank you very much there. 3 months already. Time flies when watching nice streams. I don't know who you've been watching, mate. I've been streaming for like the last 2 weeks. I'd like to apologise for that. The DayZ server has been a lot more hands-on. Well, we could call it hands-on. It's been a lot more hands-on than I was previously anticipating. So thank you very much for bearing with me while I like manually wrestle fucking Arma 2's. I feel like a Battle Eye employee, like, at this moment in time. It's taken way too much time to sort out, and I'm just sitting here like... So I'm basically letting the server take a back foot. If it all goes to shit, then fine. I tried. It's clearly just too old of a game to really effectively maintain a layer of security on. I literally tried for 4 or 5 days straight to keep the server, you know, watertight, but the reality is it's just an old game, and new exploits and backdoors have been found, and they've gone undetected. The most annoying thing about undetected hacks, at least for Arma 2, is that the server doesn't log them. So you'd imagine if somebody's hacking on the server and the server's own anti-hack doesn't ban them, you would, you know, go through the log files and find, you know, oh, here's somebody that spawned a load of guns. No. No, not true at all. The server only logs things that it deems significant, and if you have an undetected hack, then the server literally doesn't know. It doesn't notice what's going on, and therefore doesn't log it, which means the hack and the player literally go undetected. The only way I can catch a hacker is if I literally see it. and have like an ESP on that tells me who it is. But unfortunately, I can't see people executing like teleport scripts because they're all done like, you know, in code. Basically, the long story short, it's fucking hopeless. I've spent way too much time chasing like hackers and people who have been like bug exploiting and stuff like that and duping. I've spent way too much time trying to fucking find them, and I was at despair. I've made my peace with it now, though. If it fucking breaks, it breaks. I enjoyed it for a week. It was alright, it was nice to go back and play it, but I literally haven't played it in the last 4 or 5 days. I've just been maintaining it, which has been kind of sucky, but people have been enjoying it, at the very least, when the hackers aren't on. I can only hope that the changes to the anti-hack that I made earlier in the day have done okay, but at this point, I doubt it. So anyway, back to the game here. I do actually have my soundboard set back up, or well, most of it. I've got our dive alarm here, which I believe is massively, massively overtuned in terms of loudness. So I'm just going to bring that down to about 1/3. How does that sound? There we go. That's not quite peaking as much there. So if shit hits the proverbial fan, or if I don't know, shit hits the fan, or I don't know, we should come up with a new turn of phrase for that. If whale hits the propeller, that's the one. If whale hits the propeller, then we've obviously got the dive alarm ready to fucking dive down and fuck shit up, or run away, as seems to be the theme here. I'm feeling a little bit more switched on. I just poked myself in the eye. I was going to say I was feeling a little bit more switched on than the last stream. Yeah, it's fucking... okay, we're going to carry on. Dumbass. Right, let's fucking... Let's me stop talking. We're going to get into the game, because apparently me talking and flapping my hands around like an Italian means that it just naturally hurt myself. I've just finished validating these Steam files for Cold Waters. Apparently 14 files failed to validate, so we're going to get those all updated and jump into the game. I don't think I'll have the murky water mod on, so the water might be fucking crystal clear, but we'll see how we go. Do you keep the dive alarm if you hit the bottom of the ocean with your sub? Well, it's not like it, you know, over 1,000 people saw it in a VOD because Joe was tired and he wasn't paying attention. Are you kidding? The dive alarm needs to be like, yeah, but you don't want it to be ear rapey. You need people to know to. The dive alarm is there so that crew de-ass the area and get themselves into their dive positions. But it doesn't need to be ear rape. Is it DEFRA sound, the sound that you can feel? Like we had a fire alarm at our college, and literally you walked past it and you could feel the sound blasting off of it, like you could feel it on your skin, like it was fucking unbelievable, like eardrum rupture, where like you walk past it with your fingers in your ears, otherwise it was literally painful. Lemberg says it's a curse. It doesn't thank me without a reminder. Yep, you're damn right. Khan, sonar notification is classified as 3 months. Thank you very much there, sonar. Okay, so let us jump into the game. Once again, I'm going to bore you all with some skipjack action. I do really want to play in the skipjack, so we are going to jump into the North Atlantic Campaign 1984, and we are going to go in the hilariously outdated skipjack nuclear attack submarine. I'm not sure what the USS classification is of this one. We shall find out, or its SSN classification. Yeah, very old submarine, if you don't know what this is. This is it's shite, in a word. It's got an absolutely abysmal sonar array for the era. It's got an absolutely abysmal fire control system for the era. It's got abysmal everything for the era. The only thing that it isn't abysmal for the era is the top speed, which is above average, which is about as good as... which is literally its most redeeming feature, is its speed and its manoeuvrability. Everything else you can file firmly under what the Commander-in-Chief of the Atlantic Fleet would call wank. It's just shit. So yeah, we're gonna play in this thing. It's it may not be the best submarine, but it's got charm. I like it. It's not the best, but it gets the job. Well, it doesn't get the job done because we crash it into the fucking sediment at the ocean floor. But you know, fucking yeah. Don't read the incident report. Anyway, let us jump into the fucking let's jump into the game. Yeah, fuck it. Nothing else for it. 179 of you here. It's actually 179 people here. Holy shit. It's very nice. Yeah, I'm not playing Monster Hunter World. Yeah, it's fucking, that's probably why. Yeah. Okay, here we go. The Shark. Ooh, the Shark. SSN 591. From Comsublant to Commander Quebec, from the Commander-in-Chief of the Atlantic Fleet. New command assignment. Effective immediately, you are hereby assigned command of the Skipjack-class submarine USS Shark, SSN 591. Also, is my mic coming through clearly? Does it sound weird or off or tinny? Because the other day I had an absolutely... it was just indicative of the whole fucking day, right? I'd spent like fucking... I'd had a shitty day at work, come back, hacker would fucking ruin the place, spent 5 hours debugging, and then after I fucking finished debugging the server and going through the logs, to no successful end, I didn't even find the guy after 5 hours of searching. My Blue Yeti has a complete driver shot and just dies, like literally just, like not picked up in the device manager, nothing, total death. And I was able to literally just like, you know, fucking, I think I prayed to the right god. I prayed to the god of hardware, which is, I don't know, I have a candlelit shrine to Bill Gates just over my shoulder here, and I prayed. I sacrificed a fucking 2666 megahertz memory stick, and the Lord answered. The Lord and Saviour answered, and he returned my microphone to me. So yeah, if I sound off, then brilliant. Oh yes, the overlay. Can you tell I haven't done this in a while? It's not even showing up. There it is. So here it is. Welcome. Yeah, you would have. I don't know how long it would have been before I noticed that overlay was up. Yes, it's hopeless, man. Anyway, I suppose we should get into the game. Let me read the dialogue that you've only just been introduced to, because man's bad streamer. Effective immediately, you are hereby assigned command of the Skipjack-class submarine USS Shark, SSN 591. SSN standing for submersible ship. Nuclear class, so it is a nuclear class submarine. It is not an SSBN or an SSGN. It's classifying whether it has guided missiles in the G or ballistic missiles in the B. So we don't have any kind of missile system. In fact, we can't even fire harpoons. The fire control system for the Skipjack is just too outdated. It sucks too much shart. It is just too bad. So yeah, this is why I love it. It's it doesn't do the job very. It's like me. It doesn't do the job very well. The fucker never listens. I do listen. I don't read. which is exactly what there you go. Maybe I should just have like permanent text to speech for no, it's a terrible idea. The real question is, folks, what will Reaganism mean for US foreign relations? Now there's a question for you. But we'll never know, because we're not reading the newspaper articles, because it's going to take us a hell of a long time. Although it does look like it's been changed slightly. There seems to be more words inside this paragraph here. But who knows? We're not going to read them. We're going to go through. Next one, Soviets attack and war was declared. Oh, an enemy raider group, for fuck's sake. Sorry, okay, let us take you in. So, it's the USS Shark SSN 591. We are docked at Holy Loch on the west coast of Scotland. It is the 14th of December 1984. It is in fact only 11 more days till Christmas. Basic, quick maths. 11 more days till Christmas. It is 1984. It is 0700 hours, so we've got an early start. From the commander in the commander in chief. There's going to be plenty of like word slurs, by the way. Like my brain is still utterly fucking fried from doing the DayZ server. Commander in chief of the Atlantic Fleet. Our mission orders, top secret variety. Again received on the 14th of December 1984. Tactical situation. Satellite recon has revealed an enemy raider group transiting at high speed towards the Soviet coast. Fucking what? Why? Literally on the other side of the fucking theatre, and you're sending it. Okay, Soviet coast. You dick. We believe a small UNREP force is operating in this area. You're ordered to interdict this group and sink any replenishment ships in the area. You may also get a chance at the enemy warships this group intends to support, but the tenders and the tankers are the mission target. Okay, primary objective, locate and sink replenishment tankers and tenders. So with this raider group, as it were, raider group, is in fact just a resupply group. It's probably only going to be a single resupply vessel and maybe one or two escorting ships, escorting what is either going to be munitions, arms, food or whatever, resupply for a warship at sea. So we are either going to interdict the warship or we are going to interdict the cargo vessels. and their escorts. So we'll see how that goes. Secondary objective: locate and sink any nearby warships if possible. Avoid detection from enemy ASW patrols. That's anti-submarine warfare. They come in both air, surface, and submersible contact variety. So we could be fighting enemy submarines, enemy surface vessels, aircraft. All come under the ASW. Sorry, terrible indigestion. All come under the ASW classification. Well, I guess aircraft are MPAs, maritime patrol aircraft, but you know, it's one of those ones. And we are ROE yellow. We are weapons free on designated targets only. Only designated targets. So, much to chat's dismay, there may be fishing vessels and things that you know, we can't shoot. I've never actually seen it change off ROE yellow. Like maybe it does later in the campaign. Maybe you go to ROE red, which is just like kill it all, you know, or ROE orange. So I don't know, but we'll find out. So let us leave Holy Lock and move with haste, you know, to the Soviet coastline. We're going to be operating out of the Barents Sea here. You can see it on the very far east of the map where I'm waggling my cursor that you can't see because the game's window is still like basically really shitty and offset, and I didn't change that from the last stream because Joe is extremely tired and totally forgot there was a problem. So we're going to now have a look at this and see whether the problem has fixed. It certainly has fucking fixed, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and fucking germs, it certainly has fixed. Let's have a look. Properties. Let's go for capture cursor, and then let's bring it back over to the window. The fucking best. Here we go. Hello. So let's click back on the game here. Looking good. It's looking good. Okay, let's keep going through the Soviet coast, through the Norwegian Sea. Here we're going to stick to the deep water. You can kind of see how the topography of the map changes. As we go towards the Barents Sea. You can see here by this sort of contour line, subsurface contour line, that the Barents Sea is entirely shallow, only 300-400 meters of water. We're going to be detected by this maritime patrol aircraft here. Nothing we can do about that. Leaving from Murmansk, a satellite's gone over. No idea where this UNREP force is. Where is this raider group? Enemy submarine contact spotted over by the SOSUS line. I've got no intel. Oh, there they are. So the North Norwegian coast. Ah, here we go. A contact. Captain, we have a new sonar contact bearing 299 in the vicinity of the Soviet coast. So this could be our target. It is the 16th of December. So what? 2 days? 2 days after. Nearly two days and 2 hours. So 50 hours. 50 hours in the theatre. We have a new sonar contact bearing 299. So where are we looking? Our heading is 22. If the bearing, 022. If the bearing is 299, then he is somewhere to our 9 o'clock, if I'm thinking right. So if we imagine the submarine pointing straight ahead, the submarine is going to be somewhere over our port side, left side. Okay. EXO reports that our depth is at 600 feet, which is a blatant fucking lie from the EXO because the barely deepest point of the Barents Sea is like not 600 feet. We're going to be operating about 200-300 feet of water here, 400 max. And our speed is 20 knots, which means we're going to be running extremely loud. We were running at a head full or a head standard to get to the point now, which means we are making quite a lot of noise. We're going to have to immediately slow the boat down in an attempt to detect whatever the sonar operator has found. Local conditions are rainy with a light breeze, and there is a moderate surface duct and thermal layer at 306 feet. So maybe we are in some deeper water. I guess we'll find out how many porkies the NCO or the EXO was telling. So I really don't know whether these buttons do anything. I just hit all hands to battle stations. I seem to remember reading or was told that this button was like the functionality of it was removed. If it isn't, then I'll start using it again. I don't know whether somebody can find that out for me, but I'm pretty sure this button was removed. So if I click close to 15,000 yards, rig ship for ultra quiet, you can see the water is extremely clear at the moment. I haven't installed the murky water mod, which I do really need to do again. But I guess you can see shit, which is nice. Oh, hello! Look how good. Does the water look nicer now that I've? The water looks nicer somehow. Okay. So, as we slow down here, we're currently down to 7 knots in the bottom left. Sonar, take a sounding. Total water depth is 511 feet. So we're not at 600 feet. Our depth is 430. Total ambient noise is 90 decibels. No contacts on sonar. Helmsman, bring us up to PD. Periscope depth. Make depth 5 feet. And bring us up to PD. Keep it nice and slow. 5 knots. With the ship ran in ultra quiet, all non-essential machinery is shut down. Anything that is not combat necessary is powered off to try and reduce the ship's audio signature, because obviously machines, even electronics, make noise, you know. And we need to try and silence our signature as much as we can. Obviously, covert submarines are all about that. Covert actions are all about yeah, that whole sneaky beaky. Even though we're a Western sub, so yeah, it's fucking. We've got to remain hidden, and doing that means remaining quiet. Now, putting pressure in and out of the ballast tanks, changing the angle on the planes, all of it creates noise. So we've got to be considerate of the fact that we could obviously be detected. Now, first things first, positive signs. A, no active sonar going yet. So we have not been initially detected out of the gate, which is good. Either that or we are fighting some sort of enemy submarine that is intentionally trying to stay quiet. We'll find out in the next few moments here. If we raise the periscope and there are no immediate contacts or anything on the ESM detection scale, the electronic sensory measures or something, I can't remember. Are you using passive sonar? I'm using passive sonar currently. I am listening, not shouting. Covert actions. Nate the Great. Thank you very much there for taking the piss like cunt, as it were. What's the tube running down the right side of the submarine? That is a very good question. This guy here, this little yoki, is actually the cable for the towed array. While it isn't modelled in game, I want you to imagine, Rainbow. I want you to imagine that there is literally a piece of equipment being towed nearly a kilometre, or just under a kilometre, behind this submarine that acts as an incredibly sensitive piece of sonar equipment, able to basically able to better detect contacts for the simple fact that it is further away from the noise created by our own vessel. So yeah, no contacts as we come up to the surface here. I want to upscope.
Upscope. Dive at 4-5 feet, dive I.
Con at 4-5 feet, dive I. ESM detection is at nil. I got no eyes on close contacts. No aerial contacts. Going to downscope.
Downscope.
Raise the radar mast.
Raise the radar mast.
Any contacts on the surface will be detected by the radar if they are in range. No close contacts on the radar.
Lower the radar mast.
We're going to raise ESM just for the sake of it.
Mast.
Nothing. Stone, dead, nil. Down ESM.
Lower the ESM mast.
So what this should tell you is that we have a Soviet submarine contact. The sonar operator has heard something on sonar, likely a Soviet submarine running at full speed. The hostile submarine likely counter-detected us as we were running at top speed and is currently running in silence to move into a more favourable position to fire on us. So what we would do to it, it is doing to us. I would wager it probably knows where we are right now. Dive, bring us down to 150 feet.
Depth 150 feet, dive I.
Let's get some bubble off the boat. No close contacts. Now I could try and bait a response, so I'm going to release the ship from silent running. Crew, I want the fire control team, or the weapons team, at the front of the boat to reload Tube 6 with a MOSS decoy, Mobile Submarine Simulator decoy. We've been on the same course for quite a while. I'm going to change course. Helm, come left, bearing 331.
Come left to 331. Helm I.
There we go, we've got 30 degrees left rudder going hard over, turning us to the new bearing. You can see how quickly this boat aligns, this submarine, as it's very, very short and has a very, very large rudder. Makes for incredible manoeuvrability. Very, very good when it comes to torpedo evasion, which is just as well. Okay. Gentleman Raptor, you know how Lonely Quebec is one of the more detailed subsims, actually. Responds to voice commands like that. Oh, right. Forget which one. Oh, I'm not sure. Is it, I don't even know. You probably could get, like, a voice pack or something, like, you know... Maybe I could get, like, one of those, like, voice, like, you know, modulators that, like, will actually, like, click the buttons I want. Like, if I say, you know, dive periscope, it will click on this tab, or... and then, like, put the periscope up or something, like, click on that one and then click this one. You know, get it to do, like, mouse actions. That could work. Although, I don't know how I'd get it to do bearing. That's probably a little bit too complicated. Voice attack, yeah, probably. Okay, no sign of any close contacts so far. It's definitely not our surface group. I am going to leave it to chat here. Do we maintain our covert status and try and disengage from the contact? Now, bearing in mind that I believe the owners or the developers of the game are trying to encourage players not to sink everything they see. Sometimes it's worth tapping out. You don't have to destroy every ASW patrol you come across. You obviously are trying to maintain a level of stealth. So what should we do? Should we back out? Should we try and slink away? Or should we go active and attempt to find the Sierra contact? Why did I ask chat a question like that? I can't help but feel that chat isn't taking it seriously. Grishnak, thank you very much there for subbing. I beg your pardon, I do not have up how long you have been subbed for, but I appreciate it all the same, mate. Thank you. Okay. What do we feel? Well, chat seems to think we should go active, and I'm inclined to agree with them. Whatever's out here, we don't want it attacking us after we've dealt with the Soviet submarine contact. So out here, in the vicinity of the Soviet coastline on the south side of the Barents Sea, we are going to go active. We are going to reveal ourselves by using our active sonar system in an attempt to provoke a response from whichever Russian vessel is occupying the same bit of water as us. Sonar. Sorry, con sonar, go active. Shift A.
Con sonar, switching to active search.
Get ready to snapshot on 2-1, active homing.
Con sonar, new contact bearing.
Silent.
258, designated Sierra 1.
Silence the sonar. We're going to fire a snapshot on bearing 260. Fire 2-1.
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir.
So active sonar found the Sierra contact. We are just going to have it on the line of bearing. The weapon is now running.
Con sonar, launch transient from Sierra 1.
That's accurate. Okay. We're going to speed up. Ahead flank cavitate, please. All ahead flank.
30 knot. Con sonar, we are cavitating.
We've got to try and get out of the way of these. Helm come left bearing 303.
Come left to 303. Helm I.
Contact is deep.
Con, helm, steady course.
Bring us up to 50 feet.
Make depth 50 feet. Dive I.
Looks like we've got a Romeo contact down there.
Con, fire control. We've lost the wire.
Lost the wire. I reload Mark 48. 2-1. Really enjoyed you showing your mastering of Year 8 French on Epoch the other day. Viva les Specsavers, thank you. I actually did German. So yeah, I know very little to no French. Oui is about as far as it goes. My extensive knowledge of the French language. And viva la. Insert topical gag here.
Dive at 50 feet. Dive I.
Adjust the firing point of this weapon. Whoa! Okay, helm, come left, bearing 221.
Come left to 220. Helm I.
We're going to have to get in behind these torpedoes.
Con
He has
sonar,
fired a
regain
spread over
contact
here.
On. Con, helm, steady course.
We need to get behind this weapon before it activates.
Con, maneuvering, making turns for
Ooh.
30 knots.
And see how dangerous that was. We are now behind the weapons. They won't search behind them unless he's put them to circular search. We're going to continue on bearing 242.
242. Helm I.
Active.
Con,
That would have
helm,
detected us if
steady
we would have
course.
stayed on this course. Yep. Active, active, active. He has set that to circular search.
Con, sonar,
Cheeky
torpedo
bastard.
In the water. Torpedo in the water. Bearing 3, 2.
He knew
4.
what's up. Okay. Drop a decoy. We're going to run this torpedo out. So we're going to use the top speed of the skipjack to stay ahead of it. It's going to go for the decoy. We're going to stay on our current course, and we're going to just run this weapon dry. Going for full torpedo evasion. That's that sub. Looks like a Romeo class. Torpedo's going to come around on us. It's going to detect us. Or is it? Oh, look at that. The skipjack was so fast we managed to get out of the search of this torpedo. The torpedo has not found us.
Con, sonar, Sierra 1 is classified as submerged submarine.
There we go. Artificially recognised as a Romeo-class submarine. There we go. The slippery skipjack. Slow us down to patrol speed. 10 knots, please, manoeuvring.
Make turns for 10 knots. Maneuvering I.
Take us down to 200 feet. We're going to go active again.
200 feet, dive I.
Helm change course. Come left, bearing 212.
Come left
11,
to
sorry.
211. Helm I.
Take us active.
Con sonar, switching to active search. Con sonar, no longer cavitating.
No longer cavitating, aye?
Con, helm, steady course.
Turn the screws for 6 knots, manoeuvring 6 knots.
Make turns for 6 knots. Maneuvering
The slipjack, I like it. The slipjack. Is the main source of damage from a torpedo its explosion or the displacement of water against the vessel? It depends whether it's a surface or subsurface contact. In the case of a subsurface contact, yes, that's how depth charges work. Depth charges work by violently displacing a huge amount of water and basically buckling the hull on the side of the ship as a result of that, using the water to help just basically pummel the ship and shatter its outer hull and inner hull, therefore causing flooding. If against a surface vessel, the literal warhead is designed to punch through the side of the ship, break its keel. It's an absolutely devastating amount of power for a surface vessel, because a torpedo on the surface doesn't displace as much water as it would if it was underwater. Are there East Midlands? And were they part of the USSR till the 1990s? Possibly, possibly. It's Mr. React TV2. How are we doing? Hello, Saru. How you doing there? You alright? Hopefully it's not too laggy for you. Certified battle scientist. Well, yep, if that's what you want to call me. Tell your friends. Okay. So I'm pretty confident that we got no other contacts. We are getting no returns on active sonar, no reaction fire for the fact that we've killed his mate. A lone Romeo has been caught in the net, probably transiting out of Murmansk Harbour to go and run an operation in the Norwegian Sea. There's a good chance he never knew we were here. Okay, silence active sonar.
Con sonar, switching to passive search.
Okay. We are going to get the hell out of here. So it's con sonar switch to active search, and that's the command. Okay, so we've still got weapons nearby, so we're going to change our course. We are going to come right. In fact, no, we're going to come down this way because we need to head east, don't we? So, helm, bring us left, bearing 112.
Come left to 112. Helm, aye.
We're going to stay at patrol speed. In fact, no, we're going to come up to a head standard. 15 knots, please, maneuvering.
Make turns for 1. Con sonar, we are cavitating.
We are cavitating. Aye, dive, take us down to 250 feet.
Make depth 250 feet, dive I.
You can see the Romeo we're going over.
Cavitating.
Con, helm,
Ahead.
steady course.
Ahead standard, aye, sir. Lovely. Here it is, Romeo class. An absolutely enormous hole in the side. I think this one here was quite literally explosive damage. That doesn't look like water displacement to me. That is full-blown, balls to the wall, I've got a fuck off warhead, and you're made of metal. Like, that is... That's a big hole. So yeah. Jesus, loads of outlawing commit messages in the chat. Have ever played the Silent Hunter games? Yes, Silent Hunter 3 and 5. Wasn't very good at either of them. React TV 2. Are you doing this on purpose with my name? Yes. Albino Bob. Well, sub-keel torpedoes creates, spelled with a K, I like it, a displacement is breaking... Sorry, what? Creates... My eyes are glazing over. They also discovered during World War II that ships moored close to one another, where the neighbouring ship took more damage than the primary target. Okay, good. I will take it as a fact. Thank you. Dash says, how's this for every time we sneak away from a fight we get a bear song? No. Flaming says, adjust spectacles on the periscope. Do you know what? There's somebody talking... For somebody who works in a shop about spectacles, guess who's not wearing his? I need to go and find mine. Where are they? There they are, the bastards. Also, my gammy leg is playing up again. I don't know. Ah. Why? Yeah, fucking, I don't know. It's just, I think I've overdone it, as it were. Which is why I'm sitting wrapped up in a blanket. Did you lose them again? No. I have an innate sixth sense for finding glasses. Okay, weapons still classify as nearby. But we do need to run this way. I'm kind of hoping this weapon will run out of fuel in, like, a reasonable time. What torpedo is that, do we reckon? A set? A U-set? Well, we'll find... Oh, there you go. Ask and you shall receive. So let's see what torpedo that was. That was a Romeo-class submarine. It's quite far down the list. Somewhere around here. There it is. A Set 65 torpedo. Quite capable, I think. No, a U-set is one of their most advanced, and then the Set 80s, or the U-set 80s, some of the more dangerous ones. The Set 65 is definitely like a decent bread and butter torpedo. It's not the best, but it's definitely not bad. So that could have been dangerous, and it ran for a very long time, as you saw. So, with the weapon now detonated, EXO reports that we have no close contacts and that we are ready to leave the area. We shall leave combat. There it was. So, after action report, enemies engaged, one-time Romeo class sunk, weapons remaining, 21 Mark 48 torpedoes and 2 MOSSs, systems damaged, none. Okay, from the Commander-in-Chief of the Atlantic Fleet, excellent results, but unfortunately this was not your mission objective. Looks like we've been intercepted by a lot of hostile ships, so it looks like we were likely detected by a maritime patrol aircraft or a maritime air patrol, and they have radioed in our position, and now many ASW fleets are moving to intercept, so we're going to have our work cut out here. In pretty much the exact same spot, we have had a contact nearly 2 hours later, or nearly an hour later, I believe it was. So, Captain, we have a new sonar contact bearing 201, designated as Sierra 1. EXO reports that our depth is at 50 feet, heading 150 at 5 knots, so we are running at slow speed, ahead 1/3, so we're going to be nice and quiet. It is overcast with light air, and there is no surface duct or thermal layer, so conditions are quite calm. Let us close to 20,000 yards.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Rig ship for ultra quiet. We're now down at 5 knots. A single Sierra contact is shining through on sonar. We are going to identify
sonar,
this.
New contact bearing 236, designated Sierra 2.
Starting with warships. We have not quite a match on a cannon. No, nowhere near a match on a cannon, sorry. I was looking at the high band, not the narrow. By submarines. Possible. Submarine contacts, submersible, Foxtrot class.
Con sonar.
Check Sierra 2.
Is classified
Another
as
Foxtrot.
submerged submarine.
Foxtrot class submarine, 2 times, 2,500 tons, 90 meter submarine, medium frequency and high frequency passive and active sonar. Ship is currently in silent running. Sex 65's torpedo as the previous set. Very, very similar in capability to the Romeo class, if not a little bit worse in terms of its sonar suite, but there are 2 of them. So we're going to have to continue on our TMA leg. We're going to continue on our current course at 5 knots. Targets are a little bit deeper than we are. Dive, bring us down to 200 feet.
Make depth 200 feet. Dive on.
Ever sunk a Typhoon class? I've never seen one in game, Mono. I hope to one day, but I've never seen one. What type of rum do I like? Captain Morgan's. That's about it. Haven't had too much rum. Later, we are playing SCP on the ZF TeamSpeak. Would I like to play? I've never played it, so probably not. Never even downloaded it. What submarine? Sorry, what would be the submarine you're most afraid of meeting? Ooh. I would say the Oscars. The Oscar class and the Typhoon class don't really scare me. They're decent submarines, but they don't scare me. Some of the scariest submarines, or one of the most modern submarines you will meet in this campaign, is probably the Akula, or maybe the Victor III. Those 2 are seriously scary submarines. Very capable. Very nasty sonar suites. The Yasin, yes. If it was modern day, the Yasin, yeah, the Yasin would make me lay a few logs on the the captain's chair. Yeah, Akula's a very, very capable submarine. So we're holding our current course here. I am going to change course rather violently, actually, to try and get behind these guys. So Helm, bring us right, bearing 269.
Come right to 269. Helm I.
Making a course change. We're going to attempt to improve the solution of Sierra 2 and Sierra 1. Currently, targets are estimated to be at 43 and 35% for Sierras 1 and 2 respectively. Estimated range to target is nearly 9,000 yards. According to the technical readout, they are quiet submarines running at 136 decibels. Our vessel runs at 148. It's semi-quiet, so they are running quieter than we are. Should give you some indication as to what kind of ship we're in, and just how outdated the skipjack's sort of design is at this point in the war. We are, you know, in a very, very outdated submarine. So these Soviet submarines are running quieter than us. Thankfully, we were able to detect them because our sonar suite is slightly better. Right.
Con, helm, steady course.
Now, the Akula 1 and the Akula 2 are different to the Typhoon. 100%. Oh, there you go. Mad Stabbing Fire Hose has got it. There you go. So it's a mix up in the clarifications. I see. I see. So you can see now that we've changed course here. This is what you would call the second leg of your target motion analysis. Essentially, target motion analysis. Let me talk you through what I'm doing at the moment and why I've taken this weird turn here. When you have an enemy sonar contact, there is a solution certainty, which basically is the best guess of your sonar operator and the fire control system, or the sonar computer, I guess. I don't know the actual technical terms for it. their best guess on where the target is. The more you change course in relation to the target, the more accurately you are able to estimate depth and range to the target and bearing, because you can extrapolate the movements you make and then basically transcode that against how it has affected the enemy contact. So if I turn right and it gets quieter, but if I turn left and it gets louder, then the contact is more appropriately to the left. Sierra 2 is being quite careless and is cavitating, which is going to massively improve his sonar solution. Cavitation is extremely loud. You can see here that we now have a bearing for the target as he slowly turns towards us. Stand by. Target is making an interesting course change. We might have been counter-detected. Turn the screws for 2 knots, please. Maneuvering. Helm, come left, bearing 148.
Maneuvering aye.
We're now down to 2 knots. There's our target. Spinning his propellers quite quickly. He's doing 5 knots. 3 screws. Makes it... It's very quiet for 3 screws. Aft torpedo tubes. Very interesting. Are they aft torpedo tubes? They look like them. Is the target going to surface?
Oh, yeah.
Making turns for 2 knots.
Thank you very much there to Oliti. Thank you very much. Looks like the target is surfacing. Now that is very curious. It would appear that this boat's time underwater has come to a close. There he is. This Foxtrot-class submarine is a diesel boat classified by submersible submarine. It is likely surfacing to recharge its batteries or to send a communication, which means we are currently undetected. You wouldn't do this in a combat environment. You see the radio antenna up there? He is likely surfacing to send or receive a transmission, or
Oh, yeah.
to recharge his batteries. Because obviously when you are a diesel boat, you obviously use diesel engines when you're above the water, but then you use electric engines on batteries when you're underwater because there's nowhere for the diesel fumes to go when you're submerged. And obviously if you pump diesel fumes out of the boat, you create bubbles and cavitation, which can be easily heard. So yes, you have to vent the toxic gases created by obviously the batteries and the diesel fumes, and then you have to run the diesel engines for a little while. So he has surfaced for the moment, pulling 5 knots. His friend, still not sure about. I don't have any missiles, unfortunately. The fire control system on the skipjack does not support it. So no missiles, just torpedoes and decoys. Target is slowing down even more. Let's take another look, see how he's doing. Is he diving again? Target is at a creep speed.
Con, helm, steady course.
On helm, steady course, aye. Sierra 1 is still unknown. Estimated solution of Sierra 1 is 57%. We know roughly what his line of bearing is. I am tempted to fire a weapon with snaking search. They're very, very close range now. I could wait to see how this goes. A more appropriate situation could present itself if I'm clever. So try to have some faith. With regards to Sierra 1, the game seems to think that he has comfortably detected me in the quiet ambient state, which is 77 decibels. The game seems to think that I have been detected. It is likely time to get this underway. We're going to fire a decoy down here. Firing point procedures, bearing 135, range to enable 6,100 yards, ship ready, tube ready, fire tube 6.
Shoot tube 6. Aye, sir.
This decoy sounds like a submarine. I'm hopefully going to get the enemy to fire at it instead of me. We are now going to send our weapons. Firing point procedures. Bearing 245. Range to enables 7,300 yards. Ship ready. Tube ready. Fire tube 1.
Shoot tube 1. Aye, sir.
Firing point procedures. Bearing 195. Range to enable 4,100 yards. Ship ready. Tube ready. Fire tube. Fire tube 2.
Con, fire control. We've lost the wire.
Contact is away. Send the weapons right on us. Okay. Helm. Whip us around.
Come right to 2-9.
Bring us up to a head 5
Helm
knots.
aye. Make
Dive.
turn
Take us down
4
to
knots.
400 feet.
Depth 400 feet. Dive aye.
Bring us to a head 2/3.
Make turns for
Reload
1,
MOSS in
0
tube
knots.
6.
Maneuvering aye.
Sierra 1 is now cavitating and is on the way.
Maneuvering. Making turns for 10 knots.
Weapons are out, weapons are in.
Con sonar. Noisemaker bearing.
Noisemaker.
203.
All ahead full. 20 knots.
20 knots.
The trick is not to
Maneuvering aye.
cavitate.
Con, helm, steady course.
Bring us down 450 feet. Dive aye.
Make depth 450 feet. Dive aye.
All ahead flank. All ahead flank.
Con sonar. We are
They are
cavitating.
now cavitating us to avoid the incoming torpedo. We're now running at 26 knots, full
Con,
speed.
fire control. We've lost the wire.
Lost the wire eye. Weapon is going to run to the target. If this weapon enables now,
Con, dive at 450 feet. Dive aye.
we will catch the Foxtrot. If not, we've lost the Foxtrot. Come on, find your marks, find
Con
your
sonar.
marks.
Noisemaker
Reload
bearing
Mark 48s in
195.
tubes 1 and 2. Exactly, yeah, Guntails have got a better explanation of TMA than I have. Helm, bring us right, bearing 343.
Come right
343.
343. Helm aye. Con, helm, steady course.
Fire an MOSS, all back emergency.
Make turns for 0 knots.
Fire MOSS
Sonar,
bearing
no longer
191.
cavitating.
All ahead flank.
Make turns for
Reload tube
3,
6, Mark
0
48.
knots.
Con sonar. We are cavitating.
We are cavitating, aye. This decoy will hopefully confuse the weapon that is on my line of bearing. Hard to say whether we got the other contact.
Con sonar lost contact.
Bingo.
0-1. Last bearing 191. Contact breaking up.
See whether it takes the bait.
Con, torpedo room. Tube 1 ready.
Will it take the bait? Will it take the bait?
Con sonar. Noisemaker bearing 236.
Yes. It has taken the bait. Noisemaker bearing 236i. There you go, weapons going into a circular search.
Con sonar. Noisemaker
We should be
bearing
far enough away.
233.
Con, maneuvering, making turns for 30 knots.
30 knots, I. 1. Okay, take the bubble off the boat, please. Helm, come left, bearing 251.
Come left to
Slow us down to ahead. Patrol speed, ahead 10 knots.
0
Ahead
knots.
2/3.
Con sonar. No longer cavitating.
No attempt to reacquire the hostile target. We're going to go active. Switch to active search, please. Sonar switch to active search.
Con sonar. Switching to active search.
Here we go, target acquired.
Con,
There we
maneuvering,
go.
making
Active
turns for
search has
1,
found him.
0 knots.
This weapon's all over his ass like a rash. There he is. He's actually surfaced. Interesting. Maybe both submarines were coming to the end of their subsurface patrol and were both surfacing. That's probably why this one has been forced to surface, because it just doesn't have the capability to stay under any longer, which has, unfortunately,
Con,
killed
sonar
him.
lost contact. Sierra 2, last bearing 233. Contact breaking up.
Yeah, that's quite a bit of flooding. Okay, we've still got weapons in the water. Helm, bring us right bearing 051.
Come right to 051. Helm, I.
Dive, make depth 150 feet.
Make depth 150 feet. Dive I.
Let's get us up off the ocean floor here. So both decoys have been used. I have expelled both of my MOSS's, and I now only have Mark 48s. Such is the nature of the ASW patrol. I suppose in theory it's possible. IZETS. I suppose it's possible. Okay. All good?
Con, helm, steady course.
Wicked. Okay. See, this weapon got sucked up here. How many weapons have we got on this guy? Just the one? Yep. There's even a small chance that this torpedo may go after the wreck of the Romeo there, or the Foxtrot. Yeah, I do wonder. Switch ship to passive search.
Con, sonar, switching to passive search.
There we go. Kill the sonar, yeah. Okay.
Con, dive at 150 feet. Dive I.
I wonder if it will actually, if it searches to the right, it might actually go for the wreck of the Romeo. If it searches right and not left, it might go for the Romeo. Look, it's going to go right. Yep. Bing bing! McBuff delivers. I like it. Boom! Have another big hole to go with your big hole there. Lovely. Right then, so, in terms of weapons running close to us, we've got one down here. Is that preventing us from leaving? Yes, it is. For it is within the same 16,000 yards that we are. We are going to hold our current course and either let the torpedo outrange us or whatever. There goes our MOSS. Just chilling as it goes by. Brilliant. Hello, Metal Cooler. Welcome, welcome. Okay. So all good so far. You can see that MOSS going that way. You can see our other MOSS going that way. Unfortunately, shot 2 was necessary not to get detected though, because unfortunately torpedo evasion in 500 feet of water is not entirely reasonable. There we go, one of the weapons has detonated. We should be able to leave the AO now, correct? And see all the wake there. So, EXO reports we have no contact, ready to leave the area. There are no vessels, no weapons, no aircraft, and the ship is water burp. What are your orders, sir? They are to leave combat. After action reports. Enemies engaged. Foxtrot class ×2 sunk. Weapons remaining. 19 Mark 48 torpedoes and 0 MOSS's. Systems damaged are none. Continue. Mission update. Excellent initiative, however this was not your mission target. We are likely going to instantly be put into contact again unless I'm quick. There's the guy we're after, I'm pretty sure. Nope. Down there. Unknown. Another contact. Captain, we have a new sonar contact bearing 328, designated as Sierra 1. XO reports our depth is at 600 feet, heading 049. Speed is 20 knots, so we're at a head flank. Or no, we're not. We're at a head standard? No, a head full. A head standard is 15 knots. So a head 1/3 is 5, a head 2/3 is 10, a head standard is 15, a head full is 20, and a head flank is 30. So we're at a head full at the moment, which means we're making a lot of noise. Fucking the XO's got his drum kit out. He's playing a little bit of fucking I don't know. I was gonna name some fucking Buffalo Springfield. There you go. Famous for those drum solos, all of his songs apparently. That's the example I'm using. I'm sticking with it. So yeah. Local conditions are stormy, with no surface duct and a thermal layer. That's the one. The layer. Haunting. So we are going to close to a minimum of 15,000 yards, and we are going to attempt to engage Led Zeppelin. Yeah, that'll do. The XO's playing some Led Zeppelin on the drums there. What's a surface duct? Chat. Joe's brain's getting quite frazzled. Can you tell him what a surface duct is? It's I'll tell you what, I'll rig shit for silent running. A surface duct is a, let's put it, is a words. It's the am I right? It's to do with the temperature in the water, isn't it? It's to do with the temperature differential between hot and cold. The hot water on the surface and the cold water in the deep. It creates like this almost thermal acoustic barrier. If I was to break it down to a point where it's probably not actually correct. But yeah, that's essentially it. There we go. Surface duct is a whole layer of water that conducts sound very well. There you go. Brilliant. We're actually very, very close to the Soviet coast here. We could actually even wave to people on the mainland if there wasn't like a weird fog bank. Apparently this constitutes stormy? I'm not convinced. Let's take a look at the ambient conditions. 100 decibels of ambient noise. It's extremely noisy. Helm, bring us up to PD. 45 feet. 045 feet, please, dive.
45 feet, dive high.
Bringing us up. We're going to attempt to do what we did last time when we couldn't find the target, which is again rule out any surface vessels and then go from there. We're coming up from 712 feet. Quite a deep part of the Barents Sea, this. This is nice. Oh, I've accidentally clicked on something in chat there. Kikos says, perfect, thanks. Excellent. Okay, I thought that would be longer. It's not the first time I've heard that. Right, isn't that the thermal layer? The thermal layer. The thermal layer. The thermal layer. I like it. I'm 100% sure that's the Norwegian coast. I'm pretty sure it is, yeah, the North Norwegian coast. There's a phenomenon in the ocean where you can have significantly warmer body of water above a significantly colder body of water. That's the one. Is that the thermal layer? Or I think that's the thermal layer. Oh shit, it's not Noshzi. What kind? That name is evil. How do you even pronounce it? Noshtizi. Noshtizi. Is that right? It doesn't roll off the tongue. What are you thinking, man? Putting a Z in there. What's wrong with you?
Oh yeah.
Thank you very much, though. I do appreciate it. So the 180. the world we live in. How you doing? Oh, is that Craig Stutty? Hello to you too. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. We are currently tentatively tiptoeing our way through the ocean here. Am I drunk? No. On sleep, maybe. Thermocline? I have no idea, Mono. Not a sausage. Okay, here we go. We are now up at 055 feet, coming up to the 50-foot mark, able to raise the periscope. Upscope.
Upscope.
Going to check for close contacts. Action threshold. No close contacts. Downscope.
Downscope.
Ooh. Let's take us down to 4.5 or to 50 feet because the conning tower is
0 feet, dive by.
just sticking up above the wash there. We're going to raise ESM. Upscope, or up ESM even.
Raise the ESM mast.
I'm attempt to detect them with this. Whoa, hello. Is that a red ping off the port side? Stand by. Stand by.
Con, dive at 50 feet, dive by.
I just saw a... I am set... I don't think I'm seeing things. I saw a red line off the port side. Roughly on bearing 246. Upscope. Scan 246. Oh, hello. Echo 1. Mark. Bearing 346. There you go. Look at that. 346. Scope is awash. Take us up the extra 5 feet.
5 feet, dive by. Con, dive at 5 feet, dive by.
Scope is still awash. Echo 2 is considered closer. Mark 357. We're over here. Scope is still awash. Echo 3, mark. Warship, mark.
Con sonar, Master 2 is classified as escort.
Escort, stand by. Is this our fleet? Downscope.
Downscope.
Poti mark.
Con
Estimated
sonar,
range to
regaining
target is
contact
350.
on Master 2, bearing
Stowed and rigged for dive.
356.
Active sonar. They detected the periscope. Turning towards us. They're going to get ready to fire on us. Dive, take us down to 200 feet. Get ready to fire a snapshot. Tube 4. Surface search. Active homing. Firing point procedures. Bearing 354. Range to enable 3,000 yards. Ship ready. Tube ready. Fire tube 4.
Shoot tube 4. Aye, sir.
Weapon has cleared the tube and is running normally. Poti. So we've got a missile boat or a torpedo boat. Small patrol ship. Interesting to find that out here. Helm change course. Bring us left bearing 316.
Come left to 316. Helm aye.
Steer the weapon out this way, please, Helm. We're going to have the torpedo attack him not from our line of bearing. We're going to have the torpedo come in at an offset angle so that if he reaction fires, he fires it the wrong way. So we're going to attack him from the side. We're intentionally pointing the torpedo the wrong way so that he will fire at the torpedo when it is in the wrong place. Are you firing a Mark 48? I am. This is a Mark 48 torpedo, not the ADCAP, just the Mark 48.
Con, dive at 200 feet, dive by.
200 feet. Can't I?
On helm. Steady course.
The ambient noise of the storm that we're in should have masked my launch transient. The bubbles created from firing the torpedo. We are now going to adjust the bearing of the weapon. Firing point procedures. Bearing 345. Change RTE point. Weapon has successfully made its turn and is now running to the enable point. Just how far can you control your torpedo's bearing like that? I think, how much wire have I got? Let me just... That far. About 35,000 yards. Literally all on wire. I shit ye not. But obviously the longer the wire goes, the more likely it is to break. Right. The weapon's going to swim in. I'm going to activate it very shortly. Helm, come left. Bearing 289.
Come left to 289. Helm aye.
He's detected it. Activate weapon 4.
Sonar, noisemaker bearing 341.
You can see he's fired 2 torpedo tubes. The weather's gradually worsening. Is he going to be able to avoid this? Maybe.
Helm, steady course.
Has he fired on the right place, though? That's the real question. Helm, come left bearing 272.
Come left 272. Helm, aye.
How accurate was his fire? Hard to tell at this point. Looked like one was coming this way. I'm trying not to speed up. Yeah, there you go. They're slightly offset from us, you see that?
Oh, yeah.
Weapons are searching shallow, we're going to go deep. Dive, make depth 600 feet.
Depth 600 feet. Dive high.
We're going to try and get below them. Thank you very much there to Touch Harder. Thank you very much, man. Thank you very much for the Twitch Prime sub, my friend. The weapons literally going right up the wake of the target. Weapons have activated short and gone into circular search. Interesting. Oh no, there were air launches. Hello.
Con sonar lost contact. Master 2.
Air launch
Bearing
torpedoes.
30. Contact breaking up.
Very interesting. Not just air launch torpedoes that are going for Soviet countermeasures. Very curious. Very, very curious. Bring us back up to periscope depth, please, dive.
5 feet. Dive high.
Hold our current course. OT's going down at the stern. Just about to sink out, actually. Down she goes. I need to reacquire my targets because I don't have missiles. Oh, yeah. Bad. Down she goes. She's gone. Target destroy. Oh, hello, you saucy bastard.
Con sonar regained contact on. Master 3. Bearing 307.
There's one of those torpedoes. It's run to its enable point. Right. We're going to have to, yep, go down, stay down here. We're going to come to a head standard.
Turns for 15 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Bring us down, sorry, to 500 feet.
Make depth 500 feet. Dive high.
Take the bubble off the boat. We've got to get past this torpedo before it enables. We're running at a head standard now. I feel like this was an ASW fleet. I still don't feel like this was the target. Come on, come on. Tell me he's far enough away. Tell me he isn't going to detect us. Oh, yes. Okay, we've made it out. We made it out. Okay, that's good. Helm, slow us down to 5 knots. Bring us back to the right, bearing 309.
Maneuvering aye.
Bring us up to periscope depth, please, dive. 4-5 feet.
Make depth 5 feet. Dive high.
Bring us over this way, actually. Helm, cometh left to 300.
Come left to 300. Helm aye.
Could they be Russian rocket-assisted torpedoes? I don't think so. Is that a real thing? Rocket-assisted torpedoes.
Contact on.
Con maneuvering.
Master 3 has established a contact. Stand by. M3, mark. And Master 1. Both are running very fast. Thank you very much there, too. It's a game of schlongs. Thank you very much for the 100 bits, my friend. Cheers, man. Cash-in, DDG, mark.
Con sonar. Master
Warship,
3
big one.
is classified as escort.
This one here, I'm willing to bet, is of a similar classification. No, maybe another Poti. Potentially a Grisha. Mark.
Con sonar.
Another small
Master 1
torpedo
is
boat.
classified as escort.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you very much there to Clone the Bard. Tier 1 sub for 6 months. He has now become the Black Bear. Thank you very much, Clone the Bard. Cheers, mate. No sub do you think I've set up sub commands? How dare you? That's it's like you don't know me at all, Gaming Line. Nothing works. Okay, so we're now coming up towards periscope depth here, creeping up at 5 knots. We're going to up periscope again and see what's going on. Okay. Right. Oh, conning tower has breached. It'll be okay for the moment. Upscope.
Upscope.
Bearing to the target is estimated to be bearing 3. There we go. Target. Mark. There's that Grisha. Bearing to the cash-in. Estimated over here. Bearing 316. Where there. Scope is awash. Ooh, what the fuck? Did anyone else hear an explosion? Whoa, down scope.
Down scope.
What was that? We got dipping sonar. Looks like we've had a helicopter dispatched.
Con, dive at 4, 5 feet, dive by.
Right, we're going to go snaking search on the bearing of the cash-in. Surface search, active homing, snaking. Firing point procedures, bearing 313, range to enable 1,500 yards. Nope, he's coming to the right. Bearing 324, bearing range to enable 1,500 yards. Ship ready 2, ready fire 2-1.
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir.
Put it like there. Then I'm going to sever that weapon. I'm going to fire tube 4. Surface search, snaking, active homing. This is the one I'm going to steer. Firing point procedures, bearing 019, range to enable 5,700 yards. Ship ready 2, ready fire tube 4.
Shoot 2-4. Aye, sir.
Weapon has cleared the tube and is running normally for the moment. Okay, dive. We're going to go down to 100 feet.
Depth 100 feet, dive by.
Lovely. Did I fix my cursor problem from the last screen? Stream, yep, look, I can click on things. Believe it or not, there was actually an update for OBS that fixed it itself, so who knows? Who the hell knows for sure? Here we go, both weapons are running. Reload this tube, helm, bring us left, bearing 261.
Come left to 261, helm aye.
Getting screened on active sonar.
At 100 feet, dive
100 feet, aye, take us down to 150 feet.
Make depth 150 feet, dive by.
You mean you didn't fix it, it was fixed for me? That's the best kind of fix though, Mattia. Oh, hello, we
Con, helm,
are
steady
getting
course.
buzzed by a bear.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing.
Hello.
327. Con
He's
sonar,
acquired us.
Master 3 is classified as escort.
You've been acquired. Let's get this weapon running at top speed. There's that cash-in. This will be the head of the fleet. Still ASW. He's fired torpedoes.
150 feet, dive by.
Need to change course slightly. Helm come left, bearing
Con,
241.
Come left to 241, helm aye.
As soon as this weapon acquires the Grisha, we're in good form to go for full torpedo evasion and to sever the weapon. But for the moment, we have to just do as we can. Where's that bear? There's that cash-in.
Con, helm, steady course.
Where's the bear? I know he's got my number. You can see the Grisha way out there. Hang on, where is he? Way out there. I don't know how good the stream's bitrate is, but there he is, in there. And there's the cash-in, or the
Con
pre-vac.
sonar, noisemaker
Much
bearing.
closer.
330.
No sign of the Antonov. Weapon has nearly acquired the Grisha.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Weapon acquired. Sever the weapon. Reload tube 4. bit of deja vu on in the helms room, I think, on the bridge. Jesus, what shit weather as well. See how much the ship was listing.
sonar, noisemaker bearing 334.
334I. This is creating a web. We'll see if it saves him. I don't think it will. Whoa! Crash dive. Holy shit, let's fucking do it. Let's get down. Fucking holy crap. We got 2 torpedoes right on us. Helm, come right. Bearing 22.
Passing 200
Holy fucking shit.
feet. Passing 300 feet.
Hold us at 5600 feet. Holy fucking shit. Right, okay.
No longer cavitating. Con, sonar, torpedo in the water.
Torpedo in the water, aye?
2, 7.
Right, silence the alarm. I'm awake, I swear, yeah. You thought this was going to be a quiet evening stream. Wrong! Drop a decoy. Head flank cavitate. What are we dealing with? That was shot by the Krevac.
Con, sonar, lost contact. Master, 1.
Test
Last bearing,
71s.
0, 3, 6.
Them in
Contact
big
breaking up.
business?
Con, sonar, regained contact on. Master, 1. Bearing, 0.
It's time to
3,
assume
6.
direct control. There we go. Okay, here comes the weapon again. Round 2.
Con maneuvering,
Ooh.
making turns
Would you
for
look at that?
0.
They fired the weapon in passive search, which means that you can see how it's not pinging me actively. Unless it is. Is it pinging me actively? Is this active? Hello? Hello? Anyone in there? Are you active? No, this is an unactive search. This is passive, so it's lost me. Because of the ambient noise of 100 decibels. Oh, hello. That's always a nice sight. What about the other guy? Krevac. Wonderful. Passive, you're out of seeker range. That's right. And then suddenly it goes active and fucks me in the ass. Pretty much.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Ah!
Hey Q, it's been a while. So here's a rhyme in the usual
Oh,
style.
fucking hell. Here we
Cold
go.
waters is where a submarine sets sail to hunt down a most dangerous animal, the whale.
Oh,
Even
fuck
if
me.
you can't get the fun game, you can still kill civvies with no shame.
It was good. It was a good rhyme. I can't fault him. That was good. It was a good poem. Thank you very much, Clay. Yeah, that's Clone the Bard, everyone. Back from the Divinity days. I say the Divinity days. I mean like a month ago, if that, or like a couple of months ago. Holy shit! Thank you very much, Clone. Very kind for the £5 there. It all goes to keeping Joe in. What do I spend my money on? TF2 hats. Yep. TF2 hats. Don't even have it downloaded, but TF2 hats. What else? I dabble in micro. I have an investment
Con,
in.
sonar, torpedo in the water. Torpedo in the water.
Whee!
0,
Whee!
4, 9.
Okay, we don't need the dive alarm, but we do need to change course. Okay, that is a significant development. Helm, come left.
3, 1, 6.
Dump a decoy. No effect. Okay, we have got to go for a knuckle then. Flap the propeller.
Con, knuckle form.
Knuckle form, that worked. Hold our current course. Go for the wrecks of the vessels. We're going to dump the torpedo onto them. Go for the potee. Still pulling 30 knots.
Oh,
Weapon is turning away. We've got a chance here. Go on, put Duel of Fates on. Sorry, just making sure you're away. Okay, can I get to the wreck in time? Drop a decoy. There we go. What's a knuckle? It's basically wash created by the propeller, or like a bit of turbulent water. Right, I need to get another knuckle.
Con, knuckle formed.
There we go. He's right up my trumpet.
Oh,
Thank fuck for
yeah.
that. We're going to be able to get over this guy. I hope so. Thank you very much there to Death Hunter. 11 months. Holy shit. Thank you very much. Welcome, welcome. There we go. Knuckle.
Con, knuckle formed.
Knuckle formed eye. Weapon has gone into countermeasure homing. I need to be over the wreck before it reacquires me. I need to have the wreck between me and him, which means I need to turn this way. Am I actually going to clear this? I bloody hope so. Drop a decoy. Please don't hurt me. Okay, we've cleared it. Right, we're going to make for the cannon. The cash in. Knuckle.
Oh, yeah.
It's not worked.
Knuckle formed.
It's not worked. We got to go for the larger ship. Right, now we got to come up surface, emergency surface. Got to go over this bastard.
Passing 600 feet. Passing 500 feet.
He can't change depth as quickly as we can.
Con sonar, we are cavitating.
Let's go down to the right here. Try and get back over that potty. See whether we can trick the torpedo. Ooh, can we stay up above it? Let's see. We've got a bit of a Tokyo drift going on here.
Con, knuckle formed.
Come right.
Passing 200 feet.
Torpedo's coming up for us. Take the bubble off the boat. We'll just use the planes. Drop a decoy. We're going to go underneath him now. Now that he's searching on the surface.
Passing 200 feet.
200 feet. Take us down.
Passing 300 feet.
100 feet.
Passing 400 feet.
400 feet.
Passing 500 feet.
500 feet.
Con sonar, no longer cavitating.
Make sure we don't hit the bottom like I fucking did last time and absolutely rip the chin off the submarine. Actually, like, panicked then. There was a cold sweat. Run away from the torpedo whilst we're deep here.
Con, less than 50 feet below the keel.
And 50 feet below the keel, aye. Hold our current depth. Just gonna go for it. Torpedo's searching around up there. Let's just run it out. Back down to where we started the engagement. The Bermuda Triangle is what we've made. Do subs actually have that kind of maneuverability? No, I'm going to say. Although I'm happy to be proved wrong. I don't actually know how manoeuvrable the skipjack is. I imagine it's quite manoeuvrable. I don't imagine it's quite as fast as we're seeing it in game here. Imagine it's a little bit slower, IRL, as it were. Thank you for the great stream. Take care, Emma. Look after yourself. Okay, looks like we've evaded that weapon for the most part. Let's come up to 650 feet.
Make depth 650 feet. Dive high.
Up we come. Just Put a bit more water between us and the bottom here.
Con, dive at 650 feet. Dive high.
You may have gameplay settings which aren't set 1-to-1. I believe they are. Yep, there you go. Distance 1-to-1, speed multiplier, and realistic. I don't think anything else is fucked up, as it were. Semicolon, previous, all these hotkeys I don't know shit about. Alpha 1. Shift E, event camera on and off. Zoom in and out, equals minus, yep, that's for the numpad. Still camera, back quote, all kinds of computers. Is that what that key's called? Tilde. Back quote. Interesting. That's what I shall call it from now on.
Oh, yeah.
Oh shit, Ultimate Gordon. Apparently, we now have a baby. I vote we call it Dingleberry, because why not? We have a baby. Whoops. Oh shit, hell, come right.
Come right to 300.
Fuck it, I left this guy. I left this bastard down here. I nearly just crashed into a torpedo. We left here before. I genuinely did not think this would still be running. I thought this would be long since blown up.
Steady course.
Thank God it's fucking passive. Okay, let's go over this way. There's that dipping sonar. The bear is looking for us in the wrong place. In fact, he's just flying straight. He might be RTB. Might be well past his patrol time now, because he looks like he's leaving, mate. Or he's continuing with a patrol or whatever. Thank you very much there too. I totally missed. Exicle. No, he's turning back around. He's still sweeping. Not good player. Remember that time you decided to chase and hunt some whales only to realise that the enemy escort submarine dialed in on your ass and then you had to evade fast? That was glorious. If you remember the soundtrack that was playing, also is there a way to rewatch the entire segment? I don't know. If the VOD's been deleted, then probably not. You're getting pinged from torps from every direction, I think so. One trip to Birmingham with Miss Jane and suddenly me and Lonnie Quebec have a baby. Crazy times. Oh, Iron was there as well. Can't forget Iron, man. Love Iron. DeWalt, would you recommend Postscriptum for a solo player? I don't know. I did quite like Postscriptum, but at the same time, I've sort of not been playing it. At the same, yeah, it's like I don't know. I've just been playing other things. I don't know how to describe it. It's a good game, but I've just been playing other stuff.
Oh yeah.
What is the long thing on that plane? This one. That is, help. I have no idea. I haven't a sausage what that is. I was going to say an airspeed indicator, but how big do you need it? I have no idea. I don't know, it's in case it needs to joust with another plane. A pitot tube. Refueling boon? I have no clue. It's its microphone. It's its laser gun, yeah, exactly. Well, we've got some decent tonnage up until this point. Still got weapons nearby. The Antonov isn't even close here. Searching in totally the wrong place for us. Oh my fucking god, look at that. Hang on. It's got a rear fucking gun. Look at that. It's got an actual fucking tail machine gun. Sorry, it's a wee bit outdated, I feel. A rear machine gun. Look at that. Fucking B-17, mate. It's a fucking flying fortress. Way to miss my sub. I didn't miss your sub. I did not miss your sub. Did I miss your sub? Well, I saw it. Even if I said I didn't. Lovely. Oh, they're 23mm guns, are they? Whoa. Evil. Right. Weapons are still nearby. I guess it's still down here somewhere. We're going to come up and to the right, bearing 309.
Come right to 309. Helm I.
Maybe that plane has your crew from Bomber Crew. Possibly does. So does the B-52, I guess so.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you very much to the Hulking Mango. Great username, man. Is that your first sub? Yes, it is. First sub. Tier 1 sub. Tier 1 Skipjack. Thank you very much, my friend.
Oh, yeah.
And Beramar. Thank you very much for your Twitch Prime sub as well. Enjoy your emotes, lads. Oh, I took myself under my desk. Oh, with me ass. My ass is broke. It's like, oh, my left butt cheek is in a sorry fashion.
Oh, yeah.
P-Hub86 subscribe to Twitch Prime for 2 months in a row. Hey King Cute, just came home from an evening out with friends. Everything is spinning, even the Twitch stream.
Oh, yeah.
And thank you very much to CS. I was going to say CS Pans. Counter-Strike Pans. But it's probably just C-Spans. But yeah, thank you very much. Cheers, man, for the Twitch Prime. Again, enjoy your emotes. It's like a Swiss for a plane. Lovely. Karma, I can't believe you'd say that, whoever you are. Didn't even read it out loud. So I didn't have to. It's in the chat. Do you know what I mean? It's like do I have to? Do I have to read it? Of course I do. It's the least I could do. Didn't even read it out though. You're right. Oh Jesus Christ! Oh, hello. There's a weapon over there that exploded. That was the weapon that was keeping us in the game? Right. Let us leave combat. At Grisha, Potian, and Krivak. Well done, but this was not your mission target. Where is the mission target? Is that him? This could be him. North of Murmansk. USS Shark, SSN 591, in the vicinity of the Soviet coastline. 16th of December, 1900 hours. I was going to say 700 hours. It's the wrong 7 o'clock. Captain, we have a new sonar contact bearing 137, designated as Sierra 1. EXO reports our depth is lying at 600 feet, heading 73. 073 speed is ahead standard, well no, ahead full, sorry, we talked about this. At 20 knots, overcast with light air, with a weak surface duct and thermal layer at 136 feet, close to 15,000 yards, rig ship for silent running. Prognosis, dark. Hydrate bot. I have a mere few milliliters, so I'm just gonna.
133, designated Sierra 1.
It's about as good as it gets. Yeah, EXO needs to lay off the booze.
138, designated Sierra 2.
Okay, we're already being pinged on active sonar, so they likely heard us coming in at full whack, and now they're searching for us. So, let's begin our identification of the targets. Let's start with warships, as they tend to like going active to start with.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we got a Chilikin AOR fuel vessel. Thank you very much to Sir Woodington, the very same man, for subscribing for 6 months in a row. Enjoy your Black Bear badge. Hydrate, equal to, I don't know, is not equal to, I guess. Deep throating the bottle of water. Well, it's not the method, it's the outcome. You know what I mean? Like that's. There we go. So we've got a Chilikin tanker, and I'm guessing Sierra 2 is the vessel that we need to sink, or like a warship that it's attempting to refuel. Strange that they'd refuel so close to the coast, though. So we've got a Grisha patrol boat.
Sonar, Sierra 2 is classified as escort.
Is the Chilikin moving? Chilikin's at 8 knots. We're going to get 2 torpedoes in on the Chilikin. Firing point procedures. Bearing, let's take a look at the ambient noise. 77 decibels. Firing point procedures, bearing 140, range to enable 11,800 yards. Ship ready, tube ready, fire tube 1.
Shoot tube 1, aye sir.
Weapon 1 has cleared the tube and is running normally. We're going to run the weapon down to the Chilikin at, yep, just normal speed. We're going to get it to come up to the surface. We are only going to fire one weapon at a time, though, because the Chilikin could still go evasive. Oh, shit, NL Blade. Glad to see you streaming again. After a terrifying week of a fucked PC, I'm back to lurk here again. Blade, we're happy to have you, my friend. And thank you very much for dropping the bits there. That's very kind. Yeah, no, it's good. It's actually quite good to be streaming again. As I say, I apologise for all of the regulars that didn't, you know, is wondering where the fuck's he gone. I've had my head so far up the arse of a DayZ server, trying to just secure the damn thing. Like it's so janky and horrible. Like the anti-hack just doesn't work. Like, there's no base level anti-hack for the game. There is literally just filters that filter out blocks of code. But if the blocks of code aren't whitelisted or aren't, you know, on the list, then they won't be blocked, which means hacks that are undetected or are new have to be updated by Battlite, and it's a horrible system. It's so bad. Thank God somebody was able to release a bit of code that I think has potentially secured the server. I believe we haven't had a hacker today. I don't know whether that's just because we haven't had a hacker today or whether it's genuine. I did check the ban log and somebody's GUID, which is their BattleEye security tag, has been banned from the server. So it could mean that our local hacker, with the changes I made, did finally get caught by the anti-hack, but who truly knows? How's it going, NL Blade? It's proving to be a pain in the bum. I'm kind of at the end of my tether with it. If you want to clip this for I forget his name on the TeamSpeak, Brexit. I forget what his name is now. Ligma, or was his name originally? Yes, Ligma was fucking great sense of humour. Fucking yeah, he basically. That's bad. That's very bad. Okay. We're going to go ahead. We're going to go ahead full 20 knots. We're going to hold our current course.
20 knots. Maneuvering I.
Let's adjust the weapon to there. That's our target, the Grisha. Kind of want to kill that Grisha before I kill the Chilikin.
Making turns for
Let's activate the weapon.
0 knots.
Let's drive it on down there. Weapons coming up to surface search. We're going to go for the Grisha, because the Chilikin is much slower. I'm hoping that gets him. I'm hoping he doesn't evade that. I'm going to fire on the bearing of the Chilikin now. I just want to change our bearing slightly. Helm come right, bearing 107. This is our target. 100% this is our target.
Helm I. Con, helm. Steady course.
Yeah, that guy, Blade. Yeah, fucking yeah. If he ever wants to message and say I told you so, he can message me and say I told you so. So he said it. He said, oh yes, yeah, BattleEye's terrible. The server's going to be ruined in like no time. It's going to be terrible. And I was like, why are you creating so much fuss? Why are you being so like negative about it, man? Positive. Well, we don't do that shit. This isn't a positive stream. There's nothing positive about watching me fail at Cobbled Waters. But anyway, I digress. Yeah, he said how it was going to be terrible. And it's like, well, you know what I mean? It's like, fucking, it's going to be fine. What are you moaning about? Turns out, it was terrible. Turns out, I've done nothing but, like, fight hackers for, like, 4 days straight. And even longer. Like, the reason it's been, like, a couple of weeks, even though the server's only been up for, like, 5 days, is because of the setup time beforehand. Oh, hello. Is that an air launch? That is an air launch. Another bear bomber. Okay. Every second I leave it is another second that the Chilikin opens the distance. So I'm going to fire on the Chilikin now. Firing point procedures 140, range for enable 15,000 yards. Shoot 2-4. Surface search. There's our weapon. Look how fast. If you need, like, look how fast that goes. Well, that's a fast fucking torpedo. However, I do think it is going to miss the Grisha. Unless it changes course, it has missed the Grisha.
Con, maneuvering, making turns for
It's going to sail right down the middle of them. Didn't quite get the angle of attack on the Grisha quite right. All I can hope is that he tries to go evasive and ends up getting sucked in by it. Yeah, I don't think this weapon's going to land. We'll let Weapon 4 run to the Chilikin and get it to slow down, because the Chilikin's currently making 16 knots, which isn't very much in the grand scheme of things, but it could potentially be a problem later down the line. Right. Cone Borrower or Ligma or whatever you could complain all he wants, but you set up the server, so it's kind of your game, and you decided how long you. Oh yeah, I know, but like it's one of those ones. Like he was absolutely right. it didn't really last long. Well, it's not that I'm like going to take it down like in the next like day or so, but it's possible. You know what I mean? Like it quickly got so much time. Oh, sorry. Here we go. I'll rant later. Ski Jack. Cute. Had my most proud moment in cold waters the other day. Trying to limp back down to Holy Lock with a damaged propulsion system. Armed with just a moss, I stumbled into an ASW fleet. Much poo, I can imagine. Yeah, you wore your brown trousers. Managed to trick them into thinking I continued one way, turned tail, and limped to safety. So much fun. Excellent. Well, I'm glad you had a good time, mate, and I'm glad you enjoyed it, as it were. This Grisha has evaded the way I did not want it to evade, which is bothersome. Which means we're going to have another crack at it. Is he going to turn into and get confused by my weapon? That's the question. This is the weapon we're after. If this changes course... Come on, come on, come on. Oh. Come on. Nope, there he is. Yeah, it's a miss. Weapon's running right down the middle. Well, we're going to go for the Chilikin. No, the Grisha. I do need to really take the Grisha out of the game. The Chilikin seems to be pretty much locked in on a solid course, so I could sever Weapon 4 here. Yes. Let us do that. Like this. Yes. Yes. Yes, like that. Sever Weapon 4. We're going to fire Weapons 2 down at the Grisha here. Firing point procedures. Bearing 162. Range to enable. We're gonna fire it here. Range to enable 10,700 yards. Ship ready. Tube ready. Fire tube 2.
Shoot tube 2. Aye, sir.
Weapon has cleared the tube and is running normally. We've got another weapon away. Grisha's going to try and protect the Chilikin. We're going to shove a torpedo up his bum. The Mark 48 torpedo is now running at top speed, I believe 52 knots, which is obviously much faster than the 16 knot top speed of the Chilikin. Anybody wondering what the Chilikin looks like? It is this monstrously big bastard here. It's a bastard here. It's a fueler. It's an oil ship. This is the target. How many tons? Let's have a look. Chilikin. 22,460. And I think that's just the ship, let alone when it's loaded with fuel. At Long Live Quebec, I mean, you have tried to do something, so even if you've already... You have tried to do something, so you have already done better than the other fuckers who said don't bother. Even if it fails, you still tried, and that's better than the fuckers that didn't try. It's the best advice I could give anyone, by the way. I'm wholesome while drunk, apparently. Fantastic. Some of the best wisdom in the world was delivered while drunk. Maybe not the most intelligent, but wisdom. Definitely the most wise information was ever delivered from a drunk man. There you go, you can see why I wanted to maintain this weapon on the Grisha and not the one on the Chilikin, because the Grisha is attempting to evade us at the moment. We're adjusting the RTE point, the range to enable point of Weapon 2. We can sweep across the deck here with the camera. Look at this. Da, 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 da. Ooh, it's not quite the Titanic, is it? Anyone below deck? Nope. Lovely, eh? So the weapon's still running after the Chilikin. His weapon missed. I'm going to adjust this weapon. I wonder why the Grisha's coming this way. It's most bothersome. Also reload the tubes. I'm not going to yet. I want to stay in silent running. I will reload the tubes after the engagement. Okay. Right. How many of you fuckers have we actually got in this evening? Sorry, I'm just going to check. I don't actually know where it tells you anymore. Is it 434? That's not too bad, is it? Considering it is quite late. Lovely. There we go. Put all of that back. Sorry, just casually checking Twitter in the middle of a live stream. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. Right, okay. Grisha has changed course, and so are we. Range to enable 176, 10,700 yards. 439. That's because we all love you. Ah, I don't believe you. Professional streamer, exactly. That's what you come for. You come for professionally delivered content. That's why you're here. That's why everyone's here. You're here for the production quality. Try and say it with a straight face. Production quality. You know, nods. Yeah. Oh dear. Oh, I think I am going to go to sleep after this one. For I am extremely tired. It's been about 2 hours, so it's been a decent session, as it were. I know I haven't talked about this in a while, but have you thought of some Quebec/Digby merch for the upcoming merch store? How do you know about the merch store and I don't know about the what upcoming merch store? What upcoming merch store? Skipper still loud out there? Oh yes. Still tracking the target. Is this weapon now on the Chilikin? It's trying to be on the Chilikin. It's out on target. This one's still running to the Grisha. Let's activate it. Let's get it up to its top speed. The targets were quite far away. You do remember talking about some Quebec merch since Eggberg has merch. I'm here for the football. Me too, Junior. Although the football's on later. It's like its code name, and that's it, yeah. No, the football's on later. Wink. Oh dear. Kill me. Oh well. No, I wouldn't know what I'd fucking do for merch. What would I do for merch? Like, if I was going to do merch, I would... I'm going to talk into my water bottle. If I was going to do merch, this makes me sound sort of almighty. Omnipotent. Incompetent. Yes. If I was going to do merch, I would... what would I do? I don't know. I'd probably get something specifically made. Oh shit! We took out the Chilikin in one hit? Sorry, I should really stop talking. That's really loud. We took out the Chilikin in one hit. Holy shit! It was fucking good smack on the arse. That was. I've never taken out the Chilikin in one hit before. Critical hit. Joe's Johnny's. I like it. I did forget. Do I smoke? I do not smoke. Court-martial in the board game. Sounds like I'm stuck in a diving bell. Yep. I'd sell that sound effect. I'd pay for you to make my voicemail messages. What? And just various annoying things. Quebec branded sunglasses? Fucking hard. Probably get like competition. Apparently the Chilikin's weak point is the aft hull, probably. What the hell was that voice? That was me, the Mr. Rons. If you know what the Mr. Rons is. Captain Scar was a bomb-ass show, by the way. But if there was ever any doubts, yes please, Captain Scarlet, do you know what I mean? Best fucking show. Up there with Fireman's Captain fucking Scar and Stingray. Thunderbirds. Good fucking shit. Bear Specs. I don't know, might Bear Beck merch. I don't know. Like, the thing is, right, one thing that I don't want to do, and I'm not ribbing Edberg. I'm not. I love the cunt. fucker. But yeah, no, I don't want to just have blown up versions of my emotes. I think that's crap. Sorry, that again, not knocking him. Just doesn't tickle my particular fancy or my taste in a t-shirt. I wouldn't wear that. I wouldn't wear my own emote. I wouldn't wear somebody else's emote. I don't think the idea of it fitting on a shirt is suitable. I'd make a t-shirt design, or I'd get somebody else with more creative taste to make a t-shirt design, with maybe some sort of reference to the stream or something, some sort of an ode to it, some nod, but in a t-shirt design, you know, not in some fucking, not, you know, something you'd wear, not something you'd, you know, fucking buy and never wear. They'd look quite nice on mugs, though. Yes, I suppose, but at the same time, I don't know. I'd go for like a proper mug design.
Sonar, noisemaker bearing 1.
I don't know what a proper mug design looks like, but I'd go for something a little bit more. I need an artist. I do need an artist. I don't know. I'm selling merch, fucking Quebec branded merch. Are you not allowed? You are contractually, legally, morally not allowed to sell merch after you've disappeared for 2 weeks. You can't just go, "You're right, guys, come back after 2 weeks and sitting on my arse, not doing any streaming. But hey, here's this merch." You know, you can hear me like all the change in my pockets jingling. You know, the shill machine. As yeah, fucking. I've just got back. Would you like to buy a t-shirt? No, no, not doing that. No, if I sell merch, I'm gonna have to earn your trust again to keep streaming. I owe you that at the very least.
Fire control, weapon acquired.
Quebec branded body pillows. Now there's a thought. Let's go to active homing. Track this target.
Fire control, weapon countermeasure homing.
What you buying? That's the one. Yeah, you got it.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing
1-8.
Oh,
Implying we trusted you in the first place. Yes, that was heavily inferred.
Fire control, weapon acquired.
There we go. Are we going to find our mark here, or is the Grisha going to get another evasion off? I think the
fire control,
the torpedo's getting closer every
homing.
time. We're just going to let it run to him. Oh, a teddy bear that screams like me when you fucking... Oh, that is awesome. Well, the perfect way to make kids cry. That'll be its slogan as well on the website. The perfect way to make kids cry. Quebec branded English tea. We'll call it Q Brew. I like that. There we go. Write that down. Pencil that in. Or pencil that in there. Q Brew. Q Brew.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 188.
There we go.
Con,
He
fire
sells
control,
wares,
weapon
yes.
acquired.
Khajiit sells wares if you have the coin. How about a face cam? Now that we've seen Digby's face in stream. I'm not putting my face on anything. I have an utterly... I have a monstrously vacant face. Like, after I'd had a drink with fucking, like, you know... well, after fucking Digby had, like, pumped me full of cider and then Puss's rum.
Con, fire control,
Oh,
weapon
you absolute
countermeasure
fucking
homing.
cheese. Yeah, after he'd fucking done that, my face was, like, in trouble. It was, like, 3, 4 in the morning. I was a dead man. Would definitely do it again, though. Definitely do it again. My own brand of sushi. It would just be an empty box, I think. My ideal brand of sushi. If this helps, Quebec, you sound like you've stolen a South African's stick and used it for playing pool.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
What? Funniest stream though. It was really funny. You'd be surprised. Drink was an enhancer. Let's put it that way. Sushi tastes so good. No. Absolutely not.
Con, fire control, weapon
I'm so
countermeasure
upset.
homing.
Like I could just steer it, but I feel like the might of the the American Navy, the American weapons, firearms industry, not even firearms, probably weapons manufacturing. I don't know. I feel like it should find it. The cutting edge of American war technology should be able to find
Con sonar. Noise
A boat.
pressure bearing 188.
Con, fire control.
What
weapon
about
fire.
a canned version of spaghetti and meatballs and call it arse noodles on the rocks? I don't know what I'm trying to think of another name.
Con,
Yeah.
fire control.
Con sonar.
Oh yes, finally!
0,
Fucking hell,
2,
Jesus, we
weapon
absolutely
bearing
jammed the central prop.
189. Contact
Full
breaking
engine
up.
shut down. He's done for. There we go. Lovely. You don't like fish or just sushi? No, just sushi. I like my fish cooked. Should we put it that way? Is it bad that I come for the voice and not the gameplay? Well, it's you do have to. I could just doing a mute stream. Fucking what's the point? You gotta bring your twist to the game. That's the reason you go to any particular streamer or YouTuber to watch anything. Isn't just to see the game. Otherwise, you'd play it. You go to see somebody else play it, or their opinion, their choices, their twist on it. In my case, it's fucking Crimson Chinning the ocean floor because he wasn't paying attention to his fucking how deep he was going. Time for a QASMR stream. Maybe later. Maybe later. There we go. Oh my fucking god, Quebec and Digby singing Rule Britannia on Facecam. Yep. Cringy as hell. But it was a good laugh. And that's all you can ask for. A good laugh. Right. No weapons nearby, no aircraft, no flooding. Once again the bear bomber did not find us. We're going to leave combat. After action reports, Grisha 3 and the Chilikin have both been sunk. Fucking hell, we found him. Jesus. So that was the mission target. USS Shark. It's a full 2 days and 11 hours. 2 days and 23 hours, I believe it was. No, 2 days and 12 hours. 2 days and 12 hours. Good to hear you intercepted and destroyed the enemy replenishment resources. Keep up the good work. Further orders to be transmitted on this downlink. Await further orders. Okay. Continue. We got a medal for our efforts as well. We have been moved over to the Bronze Star, or we have achieved the Bronze Star. Not our first time seeing this, won't be our last. The Secretary of the Navy expresses his heartfelt congratulations and takes great pleasure in awarding the Bronze Star Medal to Commander Quebec, Commanding Officer of the USS Shark, SSN 591. Citation: Commander Quebec is cited for extraordinary heroism in action against the enemies of the United States of America on the 16th of December 1984. His unwavering resolve and self-sacrificing devotion to duty in the face of death are high of the worthiest emulation. High of emulation worthy. Here we go. These are NATO ships here. Warships retreat. NATO warships and submarines have taken up several new strategic positions, including some around the Soviet coast. Oh, fucking hell. End the war tomorrow then. Perfect. In response to significantly reduced Soviet naval activity, sources close to the Pentagon say that the war is likely taking a heavy toll on enemy naval operations and their supply lines continue to be heavily strained. Recent NATO gains at sea have decreased the numbers of warships needed to maintain control in several regions. Many vessels from these regions have been rapidly reassigned to escort duties to better protect convoys carrying much-needed arms and armour from men from the United States to the United Kingdom. Basically, many of these vessels in these regions have rapidly been reassigned to escort duties. Essentially, is the developer going, well, we didn't really add any way for the ships to spawn in game, so we're going to come up with this like story, yeah? And they're all going to go over to the Atlantic to help convoys. These invisible convoys that are keeping the UK in the game, despite fucking like nothing. It's like fucking. Surely, if the war was like on, surely if the fighting was going on in fucking like Europe, surely you'd land it in France or something, or like the Netherlands or somewhere like that. You wouldn't, yeah, because as soon as you land it in the UK, it's got to get on another boat to go to where the fighting is. It's like, but you know, just me. Don't actually work in wartime logistics, but you know, if I did, yeah, got some good ideas for you. Okay, let me just make sure this chat window is working in the blank. Can I get it to fit properly? It's been like slightly cut off for the whole stream, and now right at the end, I've decided to fix it just for you, chat. Old habits die hard, yeah. Cool. Are you actually getting shit done? Who are you and what have you done to Q? I know. You leave the Netherlands alone. We have enough idiots here. Please don't add to the problem. Well, you don't have a choice in the matter. There's a war on. There's a war on, Blade. You've got to... There's a war on with a moron. That's right. So, awesome. So we're going to get our next mission from the Commander-in-Chief. Patterns to move into enemy sea, replenishment tankers and tenders, so a slightly larger force, not an unrep force, but it's a larger tanker and tender force near the Greenland Sea. We're not going to bother with this tonight. I am going to go to bed because I'm knackered. I've got work tomorrow and stuff, so I am going to love you and leave you there. So yes, thank you very much for dropping in. I really didn't expect 420 people to turn up after 2 weeks of design. I barely expected half that. Expected who's Quebec? What is he doing here? Why is he stinking up the place? Washed up streamer. What's he doing? So I appreciate you dropping in, as it were. I'm still going to be obviously doing some background work on the DayZ server, but I'll endeavour to stream a bit more on the simple fact that I feel I've been neglecting people who actually, yes, done that thing there. Like, subscribed for like a month's content and nothing's come out. So, yes, I apologise. I shall attempt to fill your inbox with a bit more variety and, yeah, some general, you know, nonsense. So yeah, thanks very much for dropping in, and I'll, see you all later on, I guess. I'm going to try and stream tomorrow. I'm maybe feeling a little bit of FTL. I was going to stream FTL tonight, but I was quite sleepy, so I decided to just play a game that I can sort of cut, because FTL takes about 3 hours to complete, if you do obviously like all the narrations like I do. So it's one of those ones. I fancied a bit of a shorter stream because I started a bit later, and Cold Waters is perfect because you can do it on a mission by mission basis. So yeah, that is me signing off then. So let's see who I can palm this rabble off to. Who these fuckers here? Where would you like to go? Who's on at the moment? There's Call of Duty Black Ops 4. Cool. Chinny? Tom? Let's pass you on to Chinny. Streaming SCP Labs. Jesus, there is no hope. There's no hope for the world. Alright, I'm going to pass you on to my good friend Chinny, and I'll catch you all tomorrow. Toodaloo!